Hello and happy birthday, Taurus. If your birthday happens to fall between May 11th and May 20th, then this intuitive astrological birthday reading is for you. My name is Monica Maria, founder of the Psychology of Prosperity, supporting you to become the guide you need to succeed. And astrology is one of those tools that can help you to better understand yourself, your world, and how to navigate through it. These birthday Decan readings are based on the specific section of the zodiac wheel or Decan on which your birthday happens to fall in, and by the energy of the planet ruling that section or Decan. You can think of it as an important overlay of planetary energy that you can use to navigate your life with more intention, more clarity, and with more ease. So even though each of the signs has its main ruling planet, and Venus being the ruling planet for Taurus, each sign has three sections or decans, which splits up the 30 degrees of the sign and is ruled by another planetary energy apart from the main ruling planetary energy for that sign. So if you're born between May 11th and May 20th, Saturn is the ruler of the last decan or section of Taurus. Now for 2025 and for 2026, this is a big energy influence for you. Now, I actually want to say it's a big deal for all of us since Saturn is an outermost planet apart from Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. It is the most outer planet in the system, and it will be shifting from Pisces to Aries on May 25th. But specifically for you, I feel this is going to be a year of completions and renewed focus on your big vision combined with structure. Saturn will retrograde on September 2nd. And just to review, when a planet retrogrades, it highlights the themes that that planet is focused on. And it basically gives us some time to revisit, to review, to reflect, and basically to refine those themes in our lives. So Saturn will finally settle into Aries on February 14th, 2026, where it will remain until April of 2028. This essentially marks a new chapter. It's filled with new commitments. So I want you to get ready to really take off with new projects and plans. And really, it's actually very exciting. So perhaps you have been feeling this internally. And if you have not yet asked yourself, then you want to really ask yourself this question: what chapter has ended in my life? This is marked by the end of the zodiac wheel, that Pisces energy. And this closing chapter most likely has to do with important endings that will help to bring about closure, a sense of internal peace, heightened awareness about something that you can now see clearly. So Saturn, having just been conjunct Neptune on March 29th of this year, can now support you to start to materialize what has been revealed in regard to everything that is your deeper desire, your heart's yearning, that dream. Historically, Neptune, which is the planetary ruler of Pisces, was first discovered around 1846 when Saturn, the planet of materialization, was next to it. And this was right about the time when the world saw the invention of photography. So there's this correlation between the ability to see images from light and chemistry and the discovery of Neptune with Saturn by its side. So Saturn supports you to see clearly and helps to give concrete shape and form to the dreams that Neptune has inspired you to feel and sense and vision. So this is the time to ask yourself, what bigger vision for my life am I committing to? And can I allow myself to see what I am ready to commit to? I remember when I was actually completing my bachelor's in fine arts, focused on photography, and I would spend hours in the darkroom. And it was just fascinating to me to see how an image just was revealed on the photographic paper because of light, because of chemistry. And that's kind of how I see this energy of Saturn and Neptune conjuncting. And they will come back together again in February of next year. Now, the thing that I want you to know is that Saturn is actually in its fall in Aries, meaning that it is opposite Libra, where Saturn is exalted in. And so Saturn being in Aries can feel weird to Saturn's nature, which is being very concrete, having structure, having stability, being very responsible, being focused on the long-term plan, which is very different from Aries energy. And it's going to be influenced by this Aries energy. Aries loves to take risks. It's definitely a lot more free-spirited. Now, Venus, your ruling planet, has come out of a retrograde that it was in on April 12th. And this was probably a time when you were most likely reflecting on what you truly value, which is something you're always concerned by as a Taurus. And most likely is that this included not only your relationships, but also money. And most likely it will have a strong influence on your upcoming plans and what you will be engaged in for the next 12 months and beyond. So Venus now currently is in Gemini until May 19th, and this energy will probably support you to communicate with your values front and center. And then it will move into Cancer on August 21st, which will help you to connect to your emotional intelligence, since Cancer is ruled by the moon. So if I were to create a strategy plan for you, Taurus, this last decan of Taurus, for this upcoming solar cycle, I would say mark your calendar with these important dates and let the dates guide your milestone events. So if you don't have a piece of paper or a pen, maybe you want to hit pause, come back, or re-listen. May 25th is when Saturn moves into Aries, and this is definitely a time to not only declare what you're committing to, but also to begin. You want to use that fiery, passionate, inspiring, motivating Aries energy to start. September 2nd, Saturn retrogrades into Pisces. So again, this is going to be a time of doing some reflection, of reevaluating and reconsidering your levels of maturity, your responsibility, how you show up in your maturity and responsibility, and what kind of structure exists in your life that is supporting you to materialize that dream, that vision. You want to also ask yourself what is needed to bring your project or plan forward. And because Pisces is about connecting to the vision, you want to be able to really connect to that bigger vision so you can continue forward. Now, on February 14th, 2026, Saturn will go direct in Aries, and this is a time to take a risk. This is going to help you to step deeper into your leadership, to really use that Aries energy to connect to the passion of your vision and also to that heart-anchored motivation for your goal. It's a time to really learn how to balance structure and discipline with the willingness to take a risk. I see this as a time to come into your own in regards to creating healthy, I'm going to say, checkpoints to know if you're on track, but also to really learn to trust your own gut instincts and the inspiration that you receive. This is really about asking yourself, what fuels my soul, and learning to not only ignite the fire, but knowing how to keep it burning steadily. And I think that that's that combo energy of Saturn in Aries. Now, February 20th, 2026, about a week later after we have this conjunction, after Saturn goes direct, this is when we have the conjunction once again between Saturn and Neptune. Now, this is not going to happen again for about another 36 to 37 years. So you want to really be alert to what new revelations are showing themselves to you. I would say that this is going to be a great day to let yourself materialize something that maybe you've been sitting on for a while. I would love to know how this has resonated for you. Comment below and share maybe what you're working on. And of course, hit like and subscribe to support this channel and receive upcoming astrological updates. Now, if you love having astrological guidance for your projects and want to understand more personally how you can create prosperity in your life, check out the upcoming Piece of Prosperity workshop for women entrepreneurs, where I will be guiding you to know how to create emotional stability as the foundation for your success with astrology, breathwork, and principles of wealth consciousness, which you as Taurus is so here for. So check out that link in the description for the event, which is taking place on June 11th of this year. And as always, it helps to know what your personal solar cycle holds for you. I invite you to book your solar return reading with a 15% savings code. Use the code solar return, which you can also find the link at in the description. I will see you back here with the first decan of Gemini shortly.